Hey, welcome back to the shop. Today I'm going to be making a storage box for the SST Tramming tool I bought. I did a video on that if you can look back a few videos. My favorite thing is old wooden cigar boxes. You can still find them out there. Get them at the little antique flea market, stuff like that. Cheap box, usually under 10 bucks, 5 bucks. I hear some liquor stores that sell cigars still will give you the boxes. I keep on forgetting to ask when I'm in the liquor store because I'm just worried about liquor. But so I figured I'd take this box and I was hoping it would fit in together, but it's all assembled. It's a little too long to get in there, but it's adjustable anyways. This is a adjustable trammer. It's 6, 4.5, and 3-inch swing it has to it, so it's not a bad idea to take it apart and you can install it how you want. So I found an Allen wrench that I'm going to keep with the kit, and I got the good old black belt I used for my candy toolbox restorations. I'm going to use a little bit of felt, and then the Harbor Freight mats that you always hate stepping on because they don't last. Things that come apart here. This foam makes great foam for these things. That's why I buy them. They go on sale for like whatever, $6, $8 with a 4-pack. So I always pick up a 4-pack when they're on sale, and I never use them to stand on, but I use them to make foam packaging with. So I ain't gonna record this whole thing. I'll record the steps, not as I'm cutting out. That would be boring watching me cut out shapes into foam. But I'll just basically shut off the camera, finish the step, and bring you back and show you how this is coming along. And like everything else I do, I'm winging this. I have no plan. I bought this tool. I said, hey, cigar box would be great. Ran out to my local antique consignment shop, found one. They had one there. They always do. You have to hunt for it. And we'll figure this out. So I'll bring you back. Alright, first thing I did was, I'm rough cutting this. I'm not even being nice and pretty and making sure I get perfect edges because everything's going to be wrapped in this felt. So once it's all together, you ain't going to see the edges. So I'm not spending a year on this. So first thing I do is cut one size to fit in there. Then I cut the same exact size, but then you start cutting it up. So when it's all together, you can see I started cutting here. I have to figure how this goes back together. There we go. It's like a puzzle here. I can put it all back together and show you. So basically just fit the tool in there and you figure a way how it fits and looks the best. Allen wrench, I forgot to plan that out, but I was hoping it'd fit right there, so I just might have to lay it on the, find a place for it. I might find a smaller one that I can make a little cutout and just lay it on top. I can put a small magnet in the lid, it'll stick to it, but that's my layout here. So like I say, you trace everything out there. I'm not going for a perfection cutout. You can spend a long time cutting foam. Best thing is to get one of those hot knives. Just you can make one. It's just a piece of wire. Use it as a shunt, basically for 12 volts. Get a battery and connect the wire to the battery, and it'll heat up and cut it, melt it. Just cut the shapes, and I don't care if this is all separate pieces because it's going to be either hot melt glued in there or spray adhesive. I haven't decided which one I'm going to do yet. So once you cut out the basic shape, just trim it so you can see on the back there. And don't cut your finger. And always use a nice fresh razor blade. If you're going to cut yourself, you want to do it very good. A nice clean razor blade cuts better than a like a jagged knife cut. Goes a little deeper, but heals easier. Doesn't hurt as much till you go to wash your hands. I'll take off some spray adhesive with brake cleaner, and you find out where the cuts are. I thought I had this one cut out because I didn't want to bore you with me doing this. And once you get the shape cut out, you can do a test fit. And I'll line this with on the sides and on the bottom of this sheet. It's going to be black felt, so I don't mind leaving the tops open because it's going to be felt there. So that's my basic shape on that. I say I probably end up cutting this Allen key down and find another small one. Of course, the first couple I grabbed were the wrong size, and then I just grabbed this one that was the right size because it's American. American company, made in Florida, USA. So they do use American size tools. So I could probably, you know what? I think that'll store right underneath the tool. Perfect. Don't have to worry about it. See? You wing it, you always find answers. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do some felting. I'm going to felt the inside the top, inside of the, take all this out, do felt, then put the top layer foam back in. And that's going to be a pretty good tight seal. So I'll bring you back for that. Alright, I figured I'd bring you back. Made some progress here. Okay, the top of the box, very simple. Just cut the inside of the box. Remember, you can't overlap the sides because when you close the lid goes up on this piece. If the box is flat, then you can do this, but this, you have to look at the box and how it's going to work. So that can only be flat on the top. So that's an easy cut. I haven't glued it down yet, but make sure that fit. Made it a little loose because it does touch the very top, and it's a very tight fin box, so I want to give it a little room on the edges so it could squish a little bit. And on the bottom, I cut this earlier, and basically you just flip it upside down and trace on the back, and we're going to cut the relief corners. So when you push in the draw, this hopefully won't go up the sides. And this is what I'll record and see if it works out as planned. I say, I'm just winging this. Did a lot of candy toolboxes, but I never did a cigar box before. So, seeing if I can get this to bend. And I know I will have to trim a little bit, but trimming's easy. You want to just press before you press on the sides. You want to press in the corners, so it sucks the felt down as much as it can go. And press on the sides. This is the self-sticking felt. And peel off the bat. I like that, and if it doesn't seem to gonna stick that good, you can always spray it with a little spray adhesive. Believe it or not, I like this Duro all-purpose spray adhesive better than the 3M here. Because the problem with the 3M stuff, this is the best stuff out there, no question about it. But at my garage, we use this all the time. That's not bad because you're using it all the time. But at home, you buy this, I think it's, almost 20 bucks for this can. It's a big can. And it doesn't spray anymore. And it's not the tip. I can put the tip into the spray can. I spray brake fluid through it. It's inside. It dries up. So this is a full can, and it's junk. And that's not that old. This Duro stuff, I bought like a 6-pack of it at Target. It was on clearance, and it's been sitting in my basement, and I pull it out every once in a while. This can's been sitting there forever, and I just pulled this out when the 3M didn't work, and it works fine. So sometimes the cheapest stuff is good. Doing headliners, yeah, you're only going to be doing 3M and stuff like that, but little stuff like this, the cheap stuff is fine. And there's a couple ways you can trim this razor blade, which I'm going to probably do here. I have to find in my mess. And Just don't cut your finger. You know, you ain't supposed to cut towards you, but sometimes that's the only way to go. In this wood, you can cut the wood just as easy as you cut the fabric, so you want to see what you're doing. That's why I cut towards myself. A nice clean cut. This front is more of, I wish I could start here. Just a little bit. Not on these little razor blades. The dollar store in our area, I think it's like, there's a $3 or $4 General, dollar store, Dollar Tree, but they have these 3-packs for $1. And right next to them will be a 2-pack, same exact knife, black, same thing, for $1. So I don't know why someone would buy a 2-pack instead of a 3-pack for $1, but that's something with the dollar store, I guess, just how they can get them at the time. But these things are great because they use them and toss them. So my little trick on the dollar store, look around because you'll find a 3-pack for the same $1. And then my next plan is, I don't know how I'm going to do this yet, but I'm going to felt on top of here. I want a felt on the bottom bit because that's where everything's going to sit. I start felt up top here. I'm gonna probably just lay it over, cut it, and fold it around. That's where you use the spray adhesive when you're folding over the edges. You're gonna glue it on the back. Then I'll glue those down. But that's my design so far. I'll bring it back. Alrighty. Yeah, if I was an honest guy, I'd tell you, oh, let me show you how you're gonna do this. But first, I did it on one side so I could prove that I could do it. But there's one side of the, I don't even know how these go. Oh, you know what? I did screw up. I did it backwards. See, I'm going to prove that I screwed up. I might have to reverse this because I was supposed to, that's how it was supposed to go down. So I might be able to just reverse this because, yeah, it won't make a difference as long as, yeah. I don't think it'll make a difference. So, well, I'm glad I brought you back so you can see my mistake. That's pretty funny. See? Doing it live. See, I did cut it. I might have to peel it off and do it over. So I cut everything at a slight bevel. You can see that on the camera, maybe by the side. So everything's slightly beveled, so it's sitting there. And now with the bevel the other way, it's not fitting as good as I hoped. So, oh, that's pretty funny. I screwed myself. I was all confident. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do it over. So hey, I might edit this out, but I might leave it in there. We'll see. I'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna keep you in this dilemma I have. So I start unpeeling this, and I didn't mirror these things when I measured them, but when I traced it out. But I think they're gonna be close enough. So I'm gonna take this one off and see if it fits my other side. It should be pretty close. Yeah. I want the smooth face to the sticky because that's facing up. So it's close. So I'm gonna try this. Let me kind of shut off the camera because I'm gonna spray some spray adhesive on this because I'm reusing it. So I'll bring back, but I think I'm going to survive my mistake. Alrighty, I'll bring you back. I saved it. So here's the one side. On there, so I have to glue it down, but I saved the cutout, so I'll show you how I do this one. So remember, smooth side facing up, which is facing down. So you basically just peel off the white paper, put it in your way, like I always do. You want to just center it on there. But make sure you don't squish it. Put it on its relaxed state. And some cut on here. Hi, everybody does felt differently, cutouts, headliners, whatever you're doing, but I just pick a corner, cut flush, and on the 90-degree corner, you just do another cut flush. You can do a slight angle back. And you just fold. And that's when you just work your way around, and you can basically go as much as you want to fold over here. But you can get pretty and neat, but I know I'm going to be gluing this down, so I'm not going after perfection. On the inside corners, you want to get as in as you can, kind of like straight out. You can get a little more fancy with that if you want to, but like I say, I'm not too worried about it. Same thing here. Over. Just want to take a little scissor, snip off the end, fold that one up. And this stuff starts sticking everywhere. This one you want to cut. Let's see, how do I do this again? Yep, I have a slight angle here. You see that? Same thing here, slight angle back. Get rid of the excess. And on the middle here, yeah, cut right down the edges. I wish there was a little extra on this, where if you're a professional you'd be doing it a little differently. So I'd like a little more wrap around, but I don't have it. And you just cut a rough circle out. How much rollover you want to have. And right in between the round cut, you want to do a relief cut. You can do more, less, depending on how tight your angle is. How neat you want everything. This is a tool that you're going to be taking out daily. I'd be spray adhesing this down, doing a lot better because of the use. But this tool is going to spend 90% of its life inside this box. So that's why I'm not worried about this. I'm doing this for protection for long-term storage. But there it is. So you put that in there. See how everything fits. Everything gets a little tighter because you put felt on everything. But that looks pretty damn good. The lid closes. And see, it's a little tight because I felt on the top. So I don't have to trim that, but that might be good because it'll keep it locked nice and tight. And I got a labeler, so I'll print out a label saying what this is. So that's my SST Tramming tool. Like I said, I'll put I still have to glue that all down, but I'll put my Allen wrench. I always learn if you're gonna, it takes one size tool, keep it with it so you don't have to go hunting for it. So that's my trick. Maybe I'll bring it back after I glue it all together. It won't look any differently, but you never know. Talk to you later. I'll bring you back for the final. My favorite tool, Ryobi. People love these tools or hate them. For the money, I know they're not the best quality, but for home use, and you can buy every single tool they make for the same money as a couple of just the popular tools. And you just buy the big ass batteries, the 4 to 6 amp hour batteries. They last forever. But this hot melt glue gun, cordless, best thing ever made. And my little blower that I'm always using. But so I just hot melt glued the padding down. So there's the finish box, storage box for the SST Trammer. See, there's a nice tight latch, which I can kind of leave it like that. And it doesn't rattle that much in there. So I'm very happy with this outcome. And that was just this morning thinking where I was going to put this. I was going to empty out a drawer in one of the toolboxes that I just felt and put it in there, but opening drawers, stuff slides around. I didn't want everything sliding around, so I came up with this idea. So not bad. So I have, $5 for the cigar box. I had the foam pads in stock. I had the felt in stock. Everything else in stock. So not a bad deal. So $10 maybe in total. Nice box. So let me add this video and I'll post it up. Alright, this is why I'm on the subject of felt. And I had this precision level. And came in a nice little box, but had some like rubber foam in there. So I had the felt out. Figured I'd just felt that in there. This is an AccuSize S908-C684 AccuSize Industrial Tools. Got it off Amazon. The accuracy is rated for 2/10,000ths of an inch. I think it's over 2 feet. I forgot. Sorry, I should know. But it's a 6-inch level. 2/10ths of an inch over 10 inches. Sorry, it says right on the box if I read it right. So that's this one. Very good. I borrowed my friend that has the machine shop that I showed on other videos. I borrowed his. I think his was a Starrett. And used that. But I hate borrowing tools, so I always end up, if I need it once, I try to buy it. So I bought this and compared it afterwards, and they're so sensitive. Like I said, the back corner of my lathe, I used a piece of paper to level it. That's all it took, was a piece of paper underneath the rear foot. So I had to have shim stock. Small shim stock I had was, I forgot what the size was, but it's thicker than a piece of paper. So I think I just showed that box too. Felt's a great thing. Have a good night.